All right guys, here we go. This is the third stitch in my wall hanging. We have the lark's head at the top, the clove hitch row here, and now we're ready for our third stitch, which is going to be our square knot. So of the 24 cords, I've kind of grouped them into sets of 4, okay? So it takes 4 of these cords to make a square knot. The center 2 are your holding cords. They're not going to do any work, they're just going to hang out. And the working cords are the 2 on the sides, right? On the left and the right of the holding cords. So you can see here, I've taken these 4 and done a square knot, these 4 and done a square knot, these 4 and done a square knot, and I'm going to continue across, okay? To make this square knot, I'm going to take the cord that's on the right, I'm going to go over the center 2 holding cords and under the left cord. For the left cord then, I'm going to go under the 2 holding cords, right, and through the right cord. So it makes kind of a knot, and as I'm pulling it, you want to keep your holding cords straight. You don't want them to twist or buckle like that. And you're going to push this knot up to the top. Okay, that's only half of the knot. That's the beginning half. We took the right one across and the left one under. Now we're going to turn around and come back with them. So now I'm taking the cord that's on the left and going over and under the right one. And I take the right one and I go under and up and through the other cord. Again, it's the same knot, I'm just coming back. The holding cords in the center don't do anything. I'm going to pull this knot up to the top, tighten, and that is one complete square knot with those 4 cords. Okay, gonna do another one. I didn't make that one quite as tight as the ones I did previously, so let me see if I can just trying to make them all about the same, but it's all about the tension on your cords. Okay, I'm ready for the next square knot. I'm gonna be using these 4 cords. The 2 in the middle are my holding cords. The 2 on the outside are my working cords. I'm gonna take the right one on top of the holding cords and under the left one. And then I'm gonna take the left one and I'm gonna go under the holding cords and up through and over the right cord. Okay, so that's making the first part of my square knot. I'm gonna keep those holding cords straight. I'm gonna wiggle this up and get the knot to go up towards the top. And then I'm just gonna tighten my cords, and that is the first half of that square knot. Now we're gonna go back. We're gonna take the left cord over and under, and then we're gonna take the right cord under and over. Okay, so there's the second part of that square knot, holding my holding cords in place, pulling my left and my right working cords to tighten that knot up towards the top. Okay, let me show that to you one more time, and then we'll have this row of square knots completed. My next group of 4, 2 holding cords are in the middle, taking the right over and then under the left one. Okay, then I'm taking the left cord under the holding cords and up and through the right cord. Okay, that's making my little knot. And then again, I'm gonna pull these tight and keeping the holding cords kind of straight and flat, working it up towards the top. This one's a little harder, I think, because it's on the end here. Okay, just gonna tighten that up. That's only half of our square knot. Okay, now we're gonna go back over with the left one and under the right cord. Okay, and then we're gonna come with the right cord under the holding cords and up and through and over that left one. Okay, so we're going to keep our holding cord straight, pull that second part of the square knot up to the top, and I'm going to tighten that as I go. Okay, now that's one row of square knots. To make the pattern on my wall hanging, we're going to do another row of square knots. However, you're going to shift the cords that you use. Okay, so in the next row down here, I'm gonna not use the first 2 cords, and I'm gonna group together the next 4 for a square knot. And as I go, it's gonna look like this, and it's gonna become kind of a lacy looking pattern. So I had 6 square knots in the first row, and the next row I'm only going to have 5 because I have those 2 odd cords out on the end, okay? And then there'll be a third row, and we'll go back to using all the cords and having 6 knots, okay? So it's gonna look like this. I'm gonna leave 2 cords hanging out here, and I'm gonna make a square knot with these 4, and a square knot with these 4, and a square knot with these, and these, and these 4, and then I'll have an odd 2 out here that won't get used this row, okay? So 5 square knots, and then another set of 6 square knots.